Hello, good evening, students. How are you? Hope all of you are doing well. So today is our first class of biology topic, that is an introduction to biology. So please make it clear whether audio or visual is clear or not. So let me know whether audio and visual is clear or not. And then we are going to start our first class, that is the introductory class. Okay, fine. So let's start with the today's class. So let me tell you, first of all, what biology is. So first of all, this biology term was uh, taken from a Greek language. So the word derived from Greek language. And in usually science, we'll take our words from Greek or Latin because both of them are the dead language. So there will be no chances of hindrance or some kind of what we say uh, mm, correction. That's why usually most of the scientific word is taken from the Greek or Latin languages. So biology derived from a Greek word, okay, in which there are two different words, bios and logos. Bios simply means life and logos simply means study. That's why if we give the definition of biology, then it simply says that the study of life or living beings. So those who are living are studied under a branch of science which is basically known as biology. Now this word was given by Lamarck and Treviranus. Second thing is this word, that means this word which we are studying over here, that is biology, it was given by two different scientists. One is Lamarck and another one was Treviranus. Treviranus. Now, usually in the exam, there was two most of the common question. First of all, who coined the term biology? Answer is Lamarck and Treviranus. Or who is the father of biology? So the father of biology is, as we all know, it was Aristotle. In Hindi, we call him Arastu. So Arastu or Aristotle was the father of biology. Now, this biology is further divided into two main branches. So biology is further divided into two different main branches. That is, number one is zoology. Again, these words were taken from Greek languages, and another one is botany. So in Greek, zoa or zoon means animal, and again logos means study. So the study of animals is known as basically zoology. Now, the father of zoology is not is was the father of zoology is Aristotle again, because he was the one who classified many different types of animals in his well known book, and the name of the book was Storia Animalium. This was the name of the book in which he first of all uh, described different types of animals on the basis of their feeding habit, on the basis of their walking pattern, on the basis of their habitat, and many different points. Okay, that's why we call him as the father of zoology. And in Greek, botany means small herbs. So the study of plant is known as botany, and the father is Theophrastus, because he classified different types of plant in his book, and the name of the book was Historia Plantarum. So biology further divided into two different main branches, that is zoology and botany. In Greek, zoa or zoon means animal and logos means study. And the father of zoology is Aristotle, because he classified different types of animal in his work, that is Historia Animalium. As well as botany, here it also derived from a Greek word, that is botany, which means small herbs or small plants, and the study of plant is known as आपका that is botany. And the father of botany is Theophrastus, because he classified different types of plant in his book, that is Historia Plantarum. Now from here on, biology further divided into various branches. There are n numbers of branches in biology, like we have cell biology, we have microbiology, we have bacteriology, mycology, histology, then endocrinology, then neurology, cardiology, eugenics, genetics, evolution, biotechnology, recombinant DNA technology, genetic engineering. There are n number of branches. So this is the basic of biology, and usually in our exams or lower level of exams of SSC, the question derive from either who coined the term biology, yeah, who has given the word biology. Answer is Lamarck and Treviranus. Or who is the father of biology, or what was the name of the book. So the father of biology is Aristotle, the father of zoology is again Aristotle, the name of the book is Historia Animalium, and name of the uh, book in which Theophrastus has classified different forms of plant is Historia Plantarum. So I think it might get clear to all of you. Now next thing is, now in biology, basically if we talk about the exam point of view, there are various sections from where the question usually asked in our exam. So first of all, I am writing down all the topics which we have to cover in our this online class. So these topics are: number one, the living world; number two, cell; number three, nucleic acid. Number 4, animal physiology, in which we have to cover digestion, then uh, respiration, excretion. Number 5, plant physiology, in which we have to cover mineral nutrition, then hormones of plant, then respiration, photosynthesis. Number 6, reproduction for both plants as well as for animals too. Number 7, genetics. Number 8, evolution. Number 9, tissue for both plants as well as animals. Number 10, the classification for both the plants as well as animals. So these are the major topic which we have to cover in our online class. So today we are going to start with the first topic of biology, that is the living world. So let's start. The living world. So first of all, the question arises, what do we mean by living, or what is life, or what is a living organism? If I simply describe a living organism, those organisms which can reproduce themselves, which have the ability to reproduce themselves, or most important thing, they perform some metabolic activities in them. What are the metabolic activities? These are the activities which are going inside the body of a living organism, whether it is a unicellular or whether it is a multicellular organism, doesn't matter. But these metabolic activities are basically responsible for sustaining their sustaining their life. Fine. Like if I am telling you that we are doing respiration, it is a kind of metabolic activity in our body, and it is universal for all living things. Even a bacteria can respire, even a plant can respire. I'm not talking about the breathing is entirely different from respiration. Okay, so even a bacteria can respire, even a plant can respire, even your animals can respire, even fungus can respire, even protists can respire. So if an organism is living, they show a type of universal reaction, that is respiration, and respiration is one of a type of metabolic activity. So those organism living, what are living? Those organism which perform metabolic activities in them, plus they reproduce. Second point is they can reproduce, they can produce their progeny, plus they have the ability, or they can feel their surrounding, or we can say that they have some consciousness in them, by which they can feel their surrounding environment. Such type of organism are said to be as living. Now, earlier in 1758, there was a scientist known as Carolus Linnaeus, also known as, or we can call him as Carl von Linnaeus, or you may simply memorize Linnaeus. He was the one who classified entire living world into two main kingdoms. So he classified entire living world. What he have done? Classified entire living world into two main kingdoms. That is kingdom Plantae, in which he put all the bacteria, fungus, and everything which are looking similar like to the plant, and all moving things he put them in kingdom Animalia. So he classified the entire living world into two main kingdoms, that is kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia, and from here there is a system of classification for the organism which arise, and this system of classification is famous as two kingdom classification. So if somebody is ask you who proposed two kingdoms classification, answer is Carl von Linnaeus. Now he proposed his classification of classifying the living world, that is kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia, into a book. Proposed his classification into a book that is Systema Naturae. So the name of the book was Systema Naturae, in which he proposed the classification of classifying the living world, that is two kingdom classification, in the year of 1758. You don't have to memorize the year because nowadays nobody asks about the year. I have just mentioned the year in which year this classification is proposed. So in 1758, Carolus Linnaeus classified the living world into two different kingdoms, that is kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia, and from here the idea of classifying the organism started, and the first classification system was two kingdom classification, which was mentioned in a book, that is Systema Naturae. I hope it gets clear. Is that clear? No. But there were some drawbacks. Like as soon as there were the discovery of different microscope, scientists were started using scientists were started using different types of microscope, and they started collecting different samples from bacterial world, from algal world, from microbial world, and they started studying all of them, and they have found that their cell wall is different, and their cell structure is different, even the mode of nutrition in many organisms are different. So that's why there are different types of classification systems proposed by different scientists in different year. So first of all, how many types of classification system is existing right now? we have 7 kingdom classification. But in our NCERT or in the books for the preparation of competitive exam, only 5 kingdom classification is mentioned. So I'm not going to teach you about the 7 kingdom classification. Nobody is going to ask. Okay. But right now currently we are dealing with 7 kingdom classification proposed by Cavalier and Smith. Fine. So right now the classification which is currently going on is 7 kingdom, and nowadays 8 kingdom classification is also proposed, same by Cavalier and Smith. They have made some modifications in 7 kingdom classification, but in current books of higher classes there we have mentioned up to 7 kingdom classification. So let me told you what are other different system of classification of living world. So first of all, there were 2 kingdom classification given by your Linnaeus. And what are those kingdom which was mentioned in this type of classification? One is Plantae, another one is Animalia. Next thing is 3 kingdom classification, which was given by Ernst Haeckel, and he placed fungus into entirely different kingdom, fungus and other algae like protist into a different kingdom, amoeba, paramecium like organism in a different kingdom, that is Protista. The place of fungus is not yet decided, it comes under Plantae only. Animalia. Then we have 4 kingdom classification. We have separated in this classification 4 kingdom which was given by Copeland. We have separated and placed bacteria into an entirely different and new kingdom. This is Monera. All bacteria were placed in kingdom Monera. Amoeba, paramecium, euglena and algae like protist, plant like protist and placed under the kingdom Protista. Still over here the place of fungus is not decided yet, the place of bacteria is not decided yet. In 4 kingdom classification we have mentioned our separate kingdom for bacteria, that is Monera, Protista, same for amoeba, paramecium. Still the place for fungus is not yet decided. Then Plantae, then Animalia. After that 5 kingdom. In our exam of SSC, whether it is of lower level or it is of higher level, usually question arises from 5 kingdom classification, which comes in the year of 1969, and it was given by R.H. Whitaker. And he classified fungus into an entirely different kingdom, that is kingdom Monera was here, it was from 4 kingdom. Protista was here, it was from 3 kingdom classification system. The newly ended member in this classification was, he has given a separate kingdom for the members of fungi. Plantae is here, Animalia is here. Fine. In NCERT it is mentioned 6 kingdom classification. It was given by Carl Woese. What Carl Woese have done, he separated this Monera. Monera are what? These are the bacteria present in our nature. So he separated monerans into two different new kingdom. What he have done, he separated out two different types or two different categories of bacteria. One bacteria which is extremely primitive, they are said to be as archaebacteria, and these archaebacteria lives in extreme condition like very cold temperature, very high temperature inside the volcano, in Antarctic, in Atlantic, then in acidic condition, in salt condition. So these are the extremely primitive bacteria which was originated when our earth was originated. And eubacteria. Eubacterias are those bacteria which are present in our surrounding, like lactobacillus, like disease causing bacteria. These are the bacteria which is present in our surrounding. So there is archaebacteria, eubacteria, then we have again protista, fungi, plantae, and animalia again. So this is the living world, and our whole living organism are classified under these six kingdom according to the books, but in reality it is classified into the seven kingdom, not in NCERT. Fine. Rest all the things are mentioned in our competitive books or NCERT. Clear? No. Next thing is, now what we are dealing with right now, we are dealing with a branch of biology, and a special branch of biology which is known as taxonomy and systematics. So let us understand what is taxonomy. So it is a branch of biology in which, for a kind of example, let us suppose you have find a you went to some seashore or some kind of island, and you have seen some kind of organism which you haven't seen over the TV or over the Google or in any kind of encyclopedia or in any kind of book. So what we first of all do, first of all we identify the organism, whether it is a plant or whether it is an animal or whether it is a kind of fungus or what it is. So our first step is identify the organism. After that, ठीक है, basis of identification and basis of their similarities and dissimilarity, we started classifying the organism, that we have to put that organism in, whether in Monera or whether in Protista, whether in Plantae, whether in Animalia. So we'll just look over the similarities or dissimilarities. Then we name that organism, that this is the organism, this is the name of the organism, and we group that organism into its respective group. So this is what we call it as taxonomy. So it is a branch of biology in which we identify, classify, nomenclate, and group an organism Identification of an organism, classification of an organism, nomenclature of an organism, and grouping into its respective group. So this is taxonomy, and the father of taxonomy is again Carl von Linnaeus or Carolus Linnaeus. But this term taxonomy it was given by A. P. D. Kendall. Is that clear? So term taxonomy was given by A. P. D. Kendall. So let me explain it once again. We are dealing with our first introductory topic, that is the living world. What is living? Those organisms which perform some metabolic activities and they reproduce, plus they have some sense of their surrounding, or we can call it as they have some type of consciousness in them. Next thing is, the first attempt to classify this whole living world was done by Carolus Linnaeus in the year of 1758, and he classified entire living world into two major kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animalia, in his book, and the name of the book is Systema Naturae, and this type of classification is said to be as the two kingdom classification. Now with the advancement of researches and time, and with the development of different types of microscope, other scientists have studied the different types of sample or different types of organism, through which we have deciphered that many organisms like bacteria, like fungus, like protista do not follow the characteristic of plant. So different scientists have put it down different types of group, or we can say that kingdom, for different types of organism. So two kingdom classification was given by Linnaeus, in which he classified whole living world into Plantae and Animalia. Three kingdom classification was given by Haeckel, in which he separated out plant like protists, protozoa, like your amoeba, paramecium, then plasmodium like organism into kingdom protista, separated plant from these organisms, and animalias are entirely different, but there was still no place for bacteria and fungus. Then Copeland has given the place to the bacteria in the kingdom Monera. Protista was there, Plantae was there, Animalia was still there, but there was no place for the organism like fungus. Still many scientists was believing that fungus are plants, but fungus have entirely different cellular structure and cellular composition than the plant. So in the year of 1969, R.H. Whitaker have given the places to the fungus into a separate kingdom known as kingdom fungi. Now sixth kingdom classification was given by Carl Woese. What he have done, he classified Monera kingdom into further two new kingdoms. One is very primitive bacteria, or we can call them as ancient bacteria. These are very ancient bacteria, and one are those bacteria which is living in our surrounding and also called as true bacteria, because they live in normal condition, and these type of bacteria lives in harsh condition. And there was protista, fungi, Plantae and Animalia. Right now we have further divided protista into another new kingdom, Chromista, and in higher classes we have 7 kingdom classification system, and it was proposed by Cavalier and Smith. Is that fine? Now what we are doing taxonomy. Okay, what we are doing over here, what these scientists have done, nothing. These scientists have put it down the taxonomy. What is Taxonomy, it is a branch of biology in which identification of an organism, classification of an organism, nomenclature of an organism, and grouping into its respective group is done. And the father of taxonomy was Linnaeus, but the term taxonomy was first of all proposed by A.P.D. Kendall. Now, next thing is binomial, not bionomial, binomial. Binomial nomenclature. Now, what do we mean by binomial nomenclature? So, binomial nomenclature is nothing. We all have two different names. Likewise, my name is Rudra Singh. So, we have two names. One is Rudra, another is Singh. Okay, you also must have two different names like Samir Sharma. So Sharma is another name and Samir is another name. So same that binomial nomenclature, this idea of having two names given by Linnaeus again, and he said that every organism has two names. ठीक है. Every organism in his name contained two different names. There was first name and there was second name. The first name is that name which is said to be as his generic name. What is generic name? To which genera, or in Hindi we call it as वंश, किस वंश को belong करता है, तो to which genera that organism belongs to. And second is specific name. And what is the name of that organism in that genera? Okay, means in simple language, I'll explain it like if a person named as Samir Sharma, fine, if the person having a name Samir Sharma, the Sharma is generic name. This guy belongs to a genus. The name of the genus is Sharma, and in this Sharma genus he has occupied a specific name known as Samir. That is two kingdom classification. So there is first name or second name, and we call this second name as last name also. Fine. So all of you have seen the scientific name of different species. Like the name of humans is Homo sapiens. So Homo is generic name and sapiens is specific name. So this is the name of ourselves and this is the name of our vansh. These are us, we are sapiens, we all humans are sapiens. This is our name in science and this is the name of our vansh. We belongs to Homo vansh. Next thing is for a kind of example, banyan tree. Ficus bengalensis. So this is the second name or the last name and this is the name of the genus. For a kind of example, people. Ficus religiosa. For a kind of example, neem, az erecta, indica. For a kind of example, frog, rana, tigrina. For a kind of example, cobra, naza, naza. For a kind of example, cockroach, Periplaneta americana, etc. So these are the first name, and these are, according to binomial nomenclature, are the generic name of an organism, and these are the last or the second name, also known as the specific name in that genus for an organism. Now there are some rules for writing these scientific name. Okay. These rules are, I don't have to write them, just listen. The first word must be written in the capital letter of the genus or genera. That is the first rule. Second rule is the first word of species name must be written in the small letter. Fine. Number third rule is, if I am handwriting them, what I am doing right now, I am handwriting them over the board. So I have to put these underline under both of the name. This is the wrong way of writing the scientific name. So I have to underline both of the name using a pen. And if I am giving them you in a printed form, then these all name should be written in italics. These are the rule. We don't have to write the rules. Next thing is taxon. Taxons are nothing. These are the keys in which under a whole organism is classified. For a kind of example, if I write down the taxonomical hierarchy of human. So these are certain keys under which a organism are classified. So if I write down the taxonomical hierarchy of humans, so first of all, first taxa is kingdom. We are humans and we belong to the kingdom Animalia. Fine. So every human in this nature are considered to be as animals because we are the top animal of this animal kingdom. Clear है? Next taxon is phylum. We belongs to phylum Chordata. That means we all have vertebral column or notochord with us. Then next taxa is subphylum. We are vertebrates. That means we all have backbone with us. Fine. Then after that, B belongs to the class Mammalia. That means we all are egg, also not eggling, we all give rise to the young ones. बच्चे पैदा करते. Fine. Then kingdom, phylum, subphylum, class, order. We belongs to the order primate. Primates are certainly some intelligent types of animals. Then we have a family, and this family is hominids. We used to live in groups. Genus is Homo and species is sapien. So these are the keys under which a whole new, or not whole new, a whole organism, whether it belongs to kingdom, plants, animal, bacteria, can be classified. Fine. Now, the kingdom is said to be as the highest taxa, while the species are said to be as the lowest taxa. So this is our complete topic, that is taxonomy or the living world. Fine. So I hope you have understand the first introductory class. Tomorrow we'll start about the cell. Make sure you have a little knowledge of cell from your NCRT. Okay, so we'll meet tomorrow. Till then, have a nice day. Bye bye. Good day. Take care. Thank you.